Hey, it's Mr. Malte. One more quick project for our Getting Started with 2022 Happy New Year, New Beginnings projects. We're going to look at one word. So we'll look at one word for the year. Maybe you've seen some other versions of this, or you've seen people online talking about one word for the year. That's a good idea. Kind of sets your intention for the year. So we're going to be doing kind of a version that I've created. I've done this with names before, and my friend Emma Cottier in BC, she has an idea like this for doing name tags. So we're doing something like this just in slides. So let's get started with our one word. So you're going to need to have a discussion, like what's that one word? Teachers might want to have a list of words or have a little discussion like what that looks like, what words could be. Maybe it's a word like, I don't know, confidence or positivity or inspire or create or family, or it could be whatever one word is going to kind of set your intention. So have that discussion, you pause, come up with some words, and then afterwards we're going to come up with a little writing project where we talk about like why we chose that one word and what that could look like. So we'll choose the word, we'll create the art, and then we'll have a paragraph writing afterwards. So let's get started. So I'm just going to go to a new slide, slides.new. If the teachers, probably it'd be a good idea to have a classroom class and an assignment where you've put in just a blank slide so we can get started with this. So, but I'm just creating a brand new blank one. Having one in classroom is a good idea. First thing we need to do, we're doing art. Get your slideshow, pause the video till everyone's ready. We all have our slides, we're all open, and then we'll get started. I'm going to rename it one word. Boom. I don't want these text boxes. Go ahead and rename. And then we're going to go layout and blank, probably the easiest way to get a blank layout on your slides. You could also, while we're waiting, you could do a couple other ways like the invisible box, backspace, or you could do clicking on the corners where it turns to little crosshairs, boop, backspace. All those ways are fun, but layout blank, probably the quickest. So go ahead and get your slideshow ready. If you have speaker notes on, you could also go to view and turn off your speaker notes. So go for it. Go ahead and do that. I'll be waiting. No, I won't. You have a video. You can pause it. Ha! Okay, so we're going to use word art for our one word, and then we're going to make it 3D, and we're also going to use a gradient, and I'm going to show you a really cool site, if you haven't done the other projects, a great site to get some gradients. So let's get going. We're going to go insert and word art, which is down here. We'll insert word art. And I'm going to do all caps. I'm going to do all caps for this. I want it nice and bold. So I'm going to hold down shift while I'm typing. Inspire. Boom. So go ahead, insert word art. Throw your word in there, press enter, make sure it's all caps. Control Alt K and J makes it bigger and smaller. And then we're going to have some fun with fonts. So get your word in there, pause the video, come on back when you're all ready to start changing fonts. So here where it says Arial, that's the current boring font. I'm going to change that up. So I'm going to click on Arial and go to more fonts if you don't have a lot of fonts chosen. And where it says all fonts, you can actually look at display fonts only. So if these are fonts that you don't have checked, as soon as you click them in here, that'll become your font on there. So go ahead, you click on the word art, click on Arial, go ahead and go to more fonts and display and find a font that you think goes along with your word. So if your word is, inspire, you're not going to choose something crazy. I find actually like the text script ones like this don't work super well for this. You kind of don't want anything. That one wouldn't be too bad, I guess, but you don't want anything too flowy. I find it didn't look as good. Nice bold one looked pretty cool. I chose this Beresito. I thought it was kind of cool. Kind of looks hand drawn because there's different thicknesses. So I'm using this one, Beresito. But some of these ones, like I said, like Seaweed Script or these flowy ones like Architect's Daughter, probably won't look that good because they're thin. So look for a nice thick font, right? There you go. I usually with word art, for this one, do I want a border? I'm going to make the border transparent on that one. We'll change it for the background. But okay, so now it's a pretty ordinary, kind of boring gray. And let's get some color in here, and I want to get a nice gradient for these words. So I'm going to go to a new site. Once you got your font and you're ready to go, come on back, and we're going to go and get a good gradient. Now I'm going to look at a site called Adobe Color. This site is super awesome for color wheels. It's super great for choosing, palettes that go together. But it has this button, Explore. It is super awesome. So this Explore lets you click in the search, and you can type words like create or inspire. You can actually find color palettes that go with it. You can do sunsets too. You can do all kinds of cool things. So here's some that it thinks someone labeled as create, or you can put inspire, whatever your word is. If your word is like family, that might be a bit strange, but you can also type words, just inspiring words like that. I'm gonna do something I wouldn't normally do, like this. This isn't really my jam. Normally I'm more like in the indigos and stuff, but I'm gonna go, no, or should I? I don't know, maybe this one I'll do it a little bit differently. I did one like this. I'm gonna do this one. I kind of like this. It's pretty subtle. Now I'll be crazy. Okay, let's go here. So what I like about this is it gives you this little button to copy. So now that I've chosen a cool palette, I'm going to go back. I'm going to click on my word, and I'm going to my fill color. And instead of just, it could be just boring. No, we don't want that. We're going to go to a gradient. So fill color, gradient, custom. Keep it linear, keep it 90. But you'll notice that these all have 5 colors. So let's add 3 more. And these you can move. Now I have a beautiful gradient of lovely gray. So what you need to do to change the color is you click on the little square or the little circle. Squares, by the way, you can't change them. They're stuck. But these ones you can move. The ones that are circles you can move. So I'm going to start with this one on the left. I'm going to go back to my color, copy, back to my word, this one that says select gradient color, and this is a custom color, Control V. Now if you didn't catch all that, let's do it 4 more times. Copy, back, click on the little circle, click on the color, click on custom, Control V, paste. What? Still didn't get it? Don't worry. Copy. Click on the circle. Click on the color. Custom. Control V. Paste. Copy. Back. Color. Circle. Custom. Paste. Last one. Copy. Boom. Boom. Custom. Control V. Enter. And okay. Kind of like it. It's kind of tropical or something. I don't know. Cool. So we've got that. So go ahead and get that gradient going. And then I'm going to show you how to make it 3-dimensional. A couple ways you could do it, but I'm going to show you a cool way to make it 3D looking on here. So get your gradients going. Get something you're happy with. Pause. Do all that. Come on back when you have a cool gradient. Like I do for your word. Right? You all good? Got your gradients? Okay. Now I'm going to Control D, duplicate. I've got this second one. And I'm going to make this a solid color. What do I want this to be? I want this to be kind of like a dark. And I might change this after. I think I want even darker than that. Oh, battery's really low. There, just wasn't plugged in quite right. Maybe I want it more purpley, burgundy. There we go. Okay, so I'm also going to make my border color the same. And this is kind of fun. I'm going to make my border weight ginormous. So big, fat, inspire. So a darker color. And now I'm going to go Control down arrow. And just like that, I've got my 3D. Look awesome. Okay, so again, how I did that, I can do it all one more time for those in the back. So Control D, I duplicated it. I went to a solid color and I made it dark, something that's going to contrast with your color. Or if your colors are dark, you may want something light, right? Do the opposite. And there's my border, and then I'm making my border ginormous. Control down. And it's up to you. You can kind of decide, do you want it to be off to the side like that? Or do you want it to be like, what do y'all want to do? You can make a choice. Just keep it within the lines. And if you want it to move a tiny bit, remember it's shift in the arrow keys. There we go. Loving that. It's looking really good. Hope you're liking yours too. Okay, now we need a background. And for this one, I think I can just pick a color. This is going to be something yellow-ish, right? Yep, there we go. If you want to be specific about which one, you can kind of go in and choose your own color too. You know, custom color, and you can kind of tweak it how you want. There we go. Let's go ahead, background, and then we're ready for adding some little icons. Then we're almost done. I think I liked it a little bit lighter. Or a little more bold. There we go. Sure. Just don't want it to blend in too much with the colors that you have in there. They probably look good with orange too. Might maybe blend in too much. Anyway, okay. Now I want to add a couple little icons in there. Students, I said a couple, not 5,000. I think 2 is good. We're going to go to another site. Now, this is called Flaticon. Flaticon. This site is really awesome. I search for ideas. Hey. Sure. A light bulb. I like it. Thank you. Which one do I like? Click this one. Right click. Copy. Control D. Paste. It's big. Remember keyboard shortcuts. So this is Flaticon. I did a search. I clicked on the picture. Right click. Copy. Back. Control V. Paste. So that's Flaticon. Find your image. I'll do it one more time with my next image. Remember to make it smaller. Control Alt J J J J J J J J J. Make it, yeah. I need something else. Get out of here. Create. Sure. There we go. Copy image. Control V. Control Alt J J J J J J. My words might be slightly too big. Control Alt J. There we go. Cool. And if you think one of your icons isn't popping enough off the page, check this out and click on it. Format options and go to drop shadow. Drop shadow just makes it pop off the page a little bit. You can even change the distance, blur radius, right? Drop shadow. It's helpful. There we go. Inspire. To save as an image, file, download as a PNG. You can add it to other things. And then our next step that you can do with your teacher is to do a little writing project. Right? Why did you choose this word? And what can you do? What are some activities? Maybe like 3 things you can do. How you can change the world or change yourself. There you go. 1 word. Cool little activity. That looks great, right? Fun. Okay, enjoy. Good luck. Let me know how you did.